Hello, and welcome back to another Master Rank Showcase of branded Tearlaments. I have some pretty bad news which I'll get into shortly. First, I'll just commentate over this first turn against Snake Eyes Fiendsmith. The whole game was actually so long to the point that the Steam background recording could have captured the whole thing, so we just have that faded to the gameplay right there. Unfortunately, we've been max siege, so we are stuck with Sanctifier Shiren Pass. We have Thrust in hand though, so we can set Fusion Duplication and see how things go from there. In hindsight, probably should have sent Branded Sword with Shroudion, but it is what it is, nothing you can do about it. Right here, the opponent makes a bunch of plays that I don't bother interacting with, so I'm just going to talk about the bad news right here. Transaction Rollback cannot copy Fusion Duplication. So that whole concept last month, it was a hoax. I lied to you. I didn't know until one of my last games this month. But the reason why is because Transaction Rollback copies only the activation effect of the normal trap card. And to make it simpler, it's the text before the semicolon usually. And the text for Fusion Duplication is to target the fusion spell that you're gonna copy. And if you skip that, it means that you don't have a target to banish, meaning that Fusion Duplication is an illegal target for Transaction Rollback, which is such a shame. And so they do all their stuff, they summon out Snake Eyes Ash, and by the way, don't ever reborn Fiendsmith Requiem because the summon effect is not once per turn. So right here we just choose our Albaz and our Saranir instead. And our response, Called by the Grave, probably on Albaz, and to that we probably chain Fusion Duplication. And yeah, it really is such a shame that Transaction Rollback can't copy this card, because it would be such a great interaction, but there's really nothing I can do about it. It's the rules of the game. I don't know how I didn't figure this out last month. Maybe I'm just a dummy, but it's gonna be taken out in future lists. I'm probably never play it again unless they release a broken normal trap for branded support. But yeah, we sent the Golden Sword Soul and Albaz to summon out Albion. With this, we'll summon out Cartesia, and we are probably gonna summon out Lion Darkness Dragon Lord right now. So if we go into Libellion, we're probably gonna discard the Thrust because they're not done with their Fiendsmith plays. Regardless, I wouldn't discard Magnum Heart anyway. We activate Libellion and we fuse into Lion Darkness Dragon Lord using the Albion and Libellion. Honestly, I think I should have done this earlier because they're already grabbing their Sinful Spoil spell trap. And the reason I put Lion Darkness Dragon Lord in defense position is because they already have Bellstar on the field. So even one negate, they'll be able to be over it. And they summon Anima. I don't ever play around that. Like, it's just a small mistake. And so they activate Poplar. And in this window where Lion Darkness Dragon Lord is already activating, I activate Mirror Jade to banish the Bellstar so that they can't attack over it right now. But yeah, I never play around Anima. That's just one of my just failures to continuously do. But yeah, it looks like they're trying to bait out more Lion Darkness Dragon Lord negates, but it doesn't look like they can. Yeah, they can't do it with spell trap effects, but they can do it with monster effects. By spell trap effects, I mean not the activation. That's a whole nother video of explanation. I'm confused on why they didn't attack into our Lion Darkness Dragon Lord with Lacrima. I guess they're probably planning on OTKing or something. But right here we have no negate, so it's going to be chain link blocking the whole time. And right now we have 0 interruption, so actually that's a lie. Bystial Magnum Heart in the hand, looking at me. We do have Magnum Heart, so we're probably just gonna wait for them to summon Fiendsmith Lacrima and see if they target Engraver and banish that. And of course they're gonna summon out the Ogre or Flame Burge. It's just Flame Burge. Honestly, the Ogre ban is, I'm not too opinionated on it, but I'm a bit worried because if this deck goes out of the meta, then I'm cooked against Crystron with Bystials. the Bystials are useless against Crystron. Also, they push back on Mirror Jade, which is just the correct play to do against Branded. They link summon sequence, and they activate the effect to fuse. Yeah, what I was just saying, against Crystron, they don't have any Light or Darks. So like, I genuinely can't do anything against them with Bystials. I have to hard open my hand traps. Also, they target Engraver with Lacrima, so we activate Magnum Heart to banish the Engraver. They could just like destroy my entire field right now, which is not not very appealing. If they just go into the battle phase right now, they can like clean it up. It doesn't look like we have Aliver and Grave either, so we don't even have a negate. Not that there's even a good target to negate right now. Instead, they link summon Fiendsmith Agnum, and even here, I think now they can destroy the board and get another. What am I trying to say? No, I'm just waffling. They should have just attacked over when they had all the 4 bodies though, because now they're missing out on. I mean, I get to keep at least 1 monster on the field. I mean, maybe they don't want to destroy the Lion Darkness Dragon Lord in case I resummon a dragon from grave, even though there isn't a good one to summon. Like, what am I gonna do with the Shradion on the field? And instead of pushing back my Sanctifier, they push back the Magnum Heart, which is incredibly suspicious, to be honest. Or actually, no. I think they might. That's a fair play if they're just gonna take it back if I summon out even a single monster. And so we activate Albion's effect. It's honestly, I'm not sure what to grab here because we already have Linnaeus in the graveyard, so we can use that to grab Branded Fusion. The second Branded Fusion coming in clutch. But we use it to grab Branded Fusion anyway. With this, we grab back Rebellion just to search Saranir and thin the deck out a little bit. We activate Lenatus to grab Freeze and Deployment. And finally, Cartesia. Honestly, yeah, what I was saying earlier, I do want this deck to stay meta relevant. We draw Rhino Heart, which sucks. I would rather this deck stay meta relevant just so that I have a good matchup with my Bystials going second against them. Because the other decks, Crystron and Mermail, like, they completely play around Bystials, which I can't do anything against that. I actually don't know what to negate with Mermail or how to interrupt them. With this, we summon Saranir by banishing the Diabell Star. And of course, they're gonna activate that field spell. Yeah, like I said, they're gonna summon up Magnum Heart, probably search Druid Swarm or something. I don't know. Oh well, actually, Bystials were good in this meta against Snake Eyes Fiendsmith. Not like, it doesn't stop them, like, it doesn't destroy them or anything. It's just to hinder their board a little bit. mainly the Snake Eyes Fiend, the Fiendsmith package. Send Branded Sword with Sarnia, and we activate Lubellion to probably place Branded Loss. And with the sword, we are going to grab back the Golden Sword Soul just to get back into rotation. And now that we've drawn the Rhino Heart, I do something really stupid, and I think even you guys forgot. Well, if you didn't, then congratulations to you. We summon out Albaz to fuse with the Fiendsmith Lacrima, right? But they activated Hold by the Grave last time, which I completely forgot about. So I just went -2 for no reason. I just figured it out in game right now. But well, at least we have an Albaz on field, so we can not make another Mirror Jade because it's on our field right there. But we can at least go into something else. With nothing like stopping us, we just summon our Rhino Heart. Our Sharon is always on. It's also back there as well, chilling in the spell trap zone. Here we fuse into Kiklos, put in the extra monster zone, because otherwise then her effect would be unusable. The second effect, I mean. And we trigger Banded Lost as well. And probably grab Mercurial, just in case, like, we get hit with any, I don't know, anything really, any monster nickel effect that we want to negate. We send Tearlaments Kashtira, trigger Tearlaments Kashtira. We mill Hardness, it doesn't really matter. So we activate Kiklos' effect and we chain Cartesia because it still summons our Tearlaments monster even after it leaves the field. And to that we use Kiklos and Albaz to summon out Lubellion. And honestly, I don't know what we even summon out with Branded Fusion right now, so I think we might just discard it. Even though that sounds pretty crazy. Just get it back in the graveyard for when we need it. So we trigger Lubellion, trigger Kiklos, and then trigger Tearlaments Kashtira. Trigger Rollback, which, yeah, it's yeah, again, another disappointment that it can't be used on Fusion Duplication, but I can't do anything to change the rules. And we shuffle back the Line Down this Dragon mode so that it may be active. It may come on the field again. Probably destroy the Flame Burger and the field spell. Oh, actually, I know what I was thinking here. I was gonna make them activate Flame Burge and then negate it with Mercurial, but my dumbass forgot that you need a fusion monster that mentions Albaz as material. And Star Source does not mention Albaz as material. So I just gave them, I just made them activate they got to activate for free basically. But with the strategy on Engrave, we send Banishment so that, you know, the Rollback can at least target Banishment, and then we summon out Aluba, and we're probably gonna go into Proskenion here by banishing the Lacrima, my Magnum Heart, and my Aluba. And we also haven't gone into Grand Guignol yet, so Cartesia still has a valid fusion target, which is pretty good. We just go into the battle phase, get things done. I think I could have played through this third turn a lot better. Maybe if I didn't discard the Golden Sword. Well, I mean, I don't know. Because the Golden Sword wants to be in the graveyard. And it's not like I could have summoned anything else with Fusion Deployment because I already drew my Rhino Heart. So they grabbed Dual Swarm with their Magnum Heart end phase effect, and they banish Kick Close, which is, well, correct, yeah. They have another Sinful Spore Subversion, so, and they target our Preskenian as well, so we're just gonna banish a Fiendsmith, extra deck monster in the graveyard, and get off the field with Kashtira before they actually start clogging up my spell trap zones. Don't special summon, of course, banish it. And we are probably going to do something interesting here, which is trigger the Sword Soul on a lower chain link and grab Quem with Branded Loss so that we can summon out Quem. And of course, Grangry Null on the lowest chain in case you want to, you know, trigger Quem's second effect as well by sending something from the extra deck, like Rinbrum. Please just send Rinbrum so I don't sound stupid, thank you. So we trigger Quem's effect, and we don't choose to activate the second effect. Like, it's just a Dual Swarm. It's not too important. Send Brandon at High Spirits, I think, just to get into rotation. Even though we're limited on what we want to send to the graveyard with it. You trigger the Snake Eyes near Pearl Star, summon it out. This game state right now is pretty, like, suspicious because I don't really have an Albaz Fusion on my field to make, oh dear, target my Quem, pushing it into the back row. And with Quem, we're gonna summon out Sanctifier, and we're gonna do something really interesting. I think you can assume what we're gonna do next. At least if you really know how to, like, if you really know the Snake Eyes Fiendsmith matchup. And thankfully, we finally have, our Mercuria is finally live. So, when they attack with a Snake Eyes Diabellstar and we negate with Mercuria, their effect will not, you know, it will be negated, and since no monsters were moved or removed from the field, the attack still goes through and they just get destroyed. And now with a free slot on their main monster zone, I'm gonna summon out Snake Eyes Flamebirds to my field and Maxi to theirs. And with Flamebirds' quick effect, we're gonna summon out Mirror Jade, which is sick. Like, this is like the first time I've done this against Snake Eyes players. Right here, they're just, I'm not sure what else they go into right now. Like Apollo USA. I don't know what else. I've even forgotten what their first end board was. It was a Fiendsmith Lacrima, Flamebird, and another card. But yeah, even now, I don't think they have like really good removal, because I've already banished their Fiendsmith extra deck monsters, the Requiem and the Agnum Day. I think, maybe I'm just waffling. They target their own Flamebirds because if I keep on the field, then I'm just gonna keep on summoning my monsters back. But they just pass, they're probably low for time. We activate Albion to set Retribution because, you know, the recursion is really needed right now. And we can just win right now if we just attack. So yeah, we even had Kashtira back as more attack power. So yeah, here we are going first against Snake Eyes Fiendsmith, and probably because they didn't really get to play a lot. Right here, this is like just a demonstration of how to demonstration of how Branded Tearlaments plays through these like awkward hands. And it's also like, this is like my favorite way to play like playing through these weird hands. You just bear with me for a second. I need to plug in my laptop. With Serenade, we send Retribution, and we are going to discard Thrust for our branded opening. It would have been great if we could just, you know, have one of the Despians for a normal summon, but, you know, it is what it is. We summon out Quem, we send Branded Fusion to grab back with Retribution. And I do not want to discard my duplication, so I'm going to play through this with a really odd line. But the end board is even better than it will be if it was just the ordinary combo. So what I do is, I do not activate the Albion, but I've sent Rebellion and Albert as material. So we summon out Cartesia, the nice animation, and we tribute Albion to summon Rebellion. And we are going to place Branded Lost. And because we have two Albers in the graveyard, and we are only able to make this play because of them. Here we summon out Dragonio using Cartesia and Shiren, and we activate Shiren on the lowest chain link. We activate Dragonio as chain link 2, and then Branded Lost chain link 3. So right here we add Shroudion as discard for Rebellion. Right here we send Rindbrum because we're gonna have an Albaz engrave, and right here we use Rebellion. We fuse into Rebellion using the Shiren and Albaz. And right here we discard the Shroudion, keeping our Fusion Duplication in hand, and we can just, you know, summon out Mirror Jade using the Shroudion as well, because it would just send an Albaz to the grave anyway, because we have Rindbrum in hand. Rindbrum engraved to summon out an Albaz, you know what I mean. Albion triggers to set Branded Banishment for the Lion Darnish Dragon Lord play, and we are going to trigger Cartesia for discard fodder. And look at this board with that absolutely rambunctious hand. And with, I don't activate I don't summon out Lion Darnish Dragon Lord early, literally because of what's about to happen here. Board breaker cards like Lava Golem or Forbidden Droplet or Dark Ruler no more. I think Lion Darkness Dragon Lord is best used. How am I supposed to word this when it's timed perfectly? Right here, they're gonna, for some reason, look at my hands, even though it's public knowledge that it's Cartesia. Yeah, sure, I have one less. I have no discard for it anymore. But right here, they summon the Bellstar. And yeah, this is why I'm talking about the timing. Bruh, even I can't even get it right in the replay. What I should have done is waited for them to set the normal spell and then summon our Lion Darnish Dragon Lord. But even then, with 2 cards in hand and a set spell trap, a simple spell trap, it's unlikely that they have another breaker to play around Lion Darnish Dragon Lord. Now there is a problem where Diabellstar can simply attack over Lion Darnish Dragon Lord, but the thing is they have to go negative for Diabellstar to be able to attack over him. And it looks like he doesn't even have anything to activate in hand, so they go into Typhon, we target Albaz with Quem's effect, we summon our Albaz, and we go into Mirror Jade. That was just a showing of a weird hand, and how I think Lion Darnish Dragon Lord should be played. Because I always used to just turbo it out and they draw things, but every time in this environment, a high level play environment, you just have to assume what the opponent is going to play sometimes, and usually they are playing breakers which completely play around my Lion Darnish Dragon Lord. So I think it's better to hide it until, well, it's not hidden, they can assume that I'm gonna summon Lion Darnish Dragon Lord. I'm just yapping. For some reason I didn't activate Nibiru right there. I'm just stupid. I don't know why I didn't do that. Maybe I was scared of triple tactics or whatever. So going second against this control deck, we are gonna send a Despian Tragedy to the graveyard. And they have Kashtira Unicorn on the field. I actually dislike this card like so much, man. They're probably gonna, let's see what they banish actually. Get close. That is pretty annoying. We summon out something Cartesia with this. Obviously not Albaz because they have SP Leona on the field. And they activate their Kashtira Birth right now, which is incredibly sus. Like 2 useless normal spells. And when I try to protect the Tragedy, they use a Ghost, whatever this card's name is, Ghost Spell on it. So that's 2 interruptions used on a relatively unimportant aspect. Because I already used the Despian Tragedy's effect, so I can't use a set one. Also, they have that, they are playing a weird build which plays Primite Scream, which is public knowledge, so I'm not going to normal summon Aluba until I get rid of that normal monster on the field. So we summon out, well, Gregory, which gets drill beamed, but we have Forbidden Droplet to dodge that nicely. What I was gonna say, yeah, Fusion to Gregory using Cartesia and Nibiru. What we're gonna send is probably, honestly, we just send Shardion. Because we can fuse into Mirror Jade right here. Because I still don't want to fuse a normal summon. So my priority is getting that normal monster off the field, which you can do easily right here by banishing it. And now I can freely normal summon Alupa. Honestly, just grabbing Branded Fusion and going into probably Rindrum or Sanctifier, because we have no discards. I'm not sure, to be honest. Yeah, we go into Sanctifier. I don't mind that. That's just my brother doing some DIY stuff in his room. No idea what he's doing. So we actually just crashed the Aluba here, because if we were to set Branded Banishment, then it has no target without the Aluba engraved. Well, that's a lie as well, because Quim is right there. I guess I just wanted another target instead of Quim, because I'll probably summon out Quim with Sanctifier. Summon out Kashtira Ogre. This and Kashtira Unicorn are probably the most annoying ones. And they're gonna summon out Kashtira Unicorn again with this continuous spell. Honestly, again, this is annoying because I don't have a Albaz does not have a good, I said Albaz, but yeah, I do mean it. Albaz does not have a good matchup against Kashtira, because there's not really a good monster to, fuse with. And usually, when they have the extra, the Xyz monsters on the field, it's either the big planet one with 3k defense and no attack, with a Fenrir on the field, like right here. So if I were to summon out Albaz, he would... Actually, no, that's a lie, because Albaz would be on Chainlink too. I'm just yapping like usual. Schizo gaming. But on Arise Heart, it is less useful because they can just banish Albaz. And they go into the big eye, take in my Mirror Jade, which is okay, I guess. At the main phase, they're probably gonna crash the Mirror Jade into my Sanctifier. And here I choose to summon Alubra and chain my Sanctifier to choose my Albaz and the Nibiru engrave. See, that's why that's totally why I crashed Alubra, because I didn't want to banish my coin. Well, actually, we could just fuse into another Mirror Jade, or, well, yeah, Lubellion is fine as well. To be honest, not too sure what we choose here, because I actually don't know what happens on the end. Oh, actually, no, they don't return control, so maybe that was a misplay. They activated Fenrir too early, because they're always going to be on the lower chain link. And they targeted Alubra, which is literally useless in this situation. And we get to summon out another Mirror Jade before they rip out our extra deck, which is pretty nice. And I think we should shuffle back our Grand Guignol, because we haven't summoned out Praskenian yet. And with Alubra, we just grab... Actually, no, we should grab Branded Lost, because we're gonna send Linnaeus with Mirror Jade, considering we have no Albaz engrave. Oh wow, yeah, we weren't gonna. It was right for them to banish Renbrum, and right here we banished my Mirror Jade with my own Mirror Jade. They go into another Big Eye, which is like, you can't be serious. It's whatever. I'm not sure if they have. Wait, yeah, no, their Drill Beam is engraved, so yeah, it's not a threat at the moment. They might play two, but with this bricky Kashtira deck, they might not bother. So we trigger Linnaeus to grab Branded Fusion, trigger Cartesia to get back in the hand, and they trigger Kashtira Preparations to summon out this one. Scare something, Scare Claw Kashtira. And unfortunately, yeah, they did choose, yeah, I guess from their point of view, that was the best, those were the best targets. Right here, we summon we use Branded Fusion to summon Albion, using Albaz and Lubellion, trigger Albion, trigger Branded Lost, and we are going to add something. We're gonna add Stradion, and we are going to go into Star Source right here, because we have no more Mirror Jades in our extra deck. And we're just gonna banish the Lubellion, because I didn't want to I just wanted to like get as many monsters off their field as possible. Right here, probably send Branded Sword. And we can go into Lion Darkness Dragon Lord right now. That is if we want to. Oh, we're gonna add back Mirror Jade back into our extra deck, which is pretty cool. Yeah, we do go into Lion Darkness Dragon Lord here. We use the Albion in hand so that we can keep as many monsters on our field as possible. And the reason I'm not like prioritizing getting Albion engraved is because both my Banishment and Branded in Red are in the graveyard, so you know, not too useful. Also, I tried to attack into the Cyframe Driver, but I forgot they activated Raw. You know, just slight bit embarrassing, but it's no problem. But we did pop I already forgot what they popped with, what we popped with Chaos, but we definitely popped that continuous spell. So yeah, the Kashtira grind game is probably getting shut down right here. Naturally, they're gonna attack into the line on this Dragon Lord. At least I hope so. Well, they don't. I guess they're trying to, you know, like, hone me, like, with my own effect. Because Lion Darkness Dragon Lord changed to every effect. Activation, I mean. But right here, I don't think they have enough, like, disruption to, like, really impact me with this. Like, I guess I just attack over both their monsters and keep my Lion Darkness Dragon Lord on the field. And they're only at 2.9k life points as well. So, well, we just crashed Lion Darkness Dragon Lord anyway. We're gonna target the Albion, and then we use that to attack into Cyclone Driver. And we do not attack into the Big Eye because, fair enough, because the Kashtira cards need to control no monsters for you to special summon them. So I guess I'm just trying to play around that. We summon Gregunor using Albion and Cartesia, and then we add Mercurio with Branded Lost, and what do we send with probably Saradin? We don't have anything in the extra deck left to send, I bet. Probably send Retribution. I wonder what I can really do right here. I think I do still have a Mirror Jade in the graveyard though after we added it back. Guess we'll just send Branded Opening for Distraction Protection. Because why not? We'll trigger Cartesia. And we trigger Albion. Which we obviously did not activate last turn because it would get negated. And we set Retribution because yet again, the recursion is severely needed right now. Right here they activate Primite Ether Barrel to add back to hand. I'm not sure if I should have, actually I guess that's a fair Mercury in the game. Again they activate Big Eye. Even though Sanctify is not targetable. I'm not sure what they gain from getting Gregunor right now. I guess maybe they'll tribute summon a Kashtira monster. Or not. They are just passing, it looks like. And, oh, well, they do summon out a Kashtira monster. Tribute, why did they... I'm not sure why they triggered their Lordy Load first and then tribute summons the Kashtira monster. Because, yeah, they still have a Birth in deck to grab. Because can't they just summon a Fenrir and go into more Kashtira stuff? Like, they really, like, messed up. Or actually, maybe they read Retribution and thought that it would destroy the Birth summon effect when it really can't, because the Retribution only negates the activation, not the spell trap card effect. So it would completely go through without it, you know, just negating and destroying. It's the same with Lordy Load. That's why we couldn't interact with it. But yeah, right here we just summon our Mirror Jade from our graveyard and summon their Ghost Spell from their deck, which has 0 attack. So we can finally end this absolute slog of a duel. I guess I just kept this one in because I really don't like Kashtira. This is more Kashtira hate. But yeah, no interaction from them. We attack for 3k and we win the game. And next is my rank up game, and this is completely another anticlimactic ending, because yeah, we just go first and go through our combo. They have no interruption and they just surrender. I think I've definitely played against this person before on the ladder. Maybe I'll just add them in the next video if I see them again. So yeah, we summon out Albion with Quem and Cartesia on the field. Yeah, this is over. They're DCing, it looks like. Probably gonna go into the deck list now. Okay, so here is the deck list. Like I said earlier in the video, you cannot copy Fusion Duplication with Transaction Rollback. And that's because this text right here in Fusion Duplication before the semicolon is completely skipped, meaning that what Rollback would be copying, which it can't because it's an illegal target, is to banish that spell, then apply that spell's effect when that card is activated. And precisely because it skips the targeting, it's an illegal target for Rollback, I mean, because there's nothing to banish. So yeah, incredibly upsetting. It's funny how I fooled myself into thinking this for 2 months, but whatever. There's no justification for playing this. Like, the only targets now are Branded Sword and Branded Banishment. Like, now I look like a complete fool. But ignoring that, talking about other changes, very minor to be honest. Switch the ratios for Branded Opening and High Spirits. I'd rather opening. How am I gonna explain it? If I have a tier card in hand, I'd rather open Branded High Spirits than opening. Is basically the point. Like, you plus so much off of opening this and the Branded High Spirits. So yeah. Next is deployment to 2, Ash to 3. Really inconsequential change. I'll probably switch it back. Doesn't really matter too much. As for what to put in after taking our Rollback, maybe another gold sock, another nib, or I don't know, a tech card or something like Chaos Nephthys. It doesn't really matter because not too many changes in this deck. So that's it basically. Oh yeah, last video, I really appreciate all the comments and support. It's literally my best performing one, even though it is literally a lie. Like, if that whole video was that was me when I believed that Transaction Rollback would work with Duplication. It's funny how I didn't get a single replay of it, and I just I bumped that to Rollback just being like inconsistent play, like a tech card. But yeah, now I look really silly. And yeah, again, thank you for watching, thank you for the comments, they're all really nice. And yeah, see you in the next one, and have a good day. Jesus Christ, I'm talking like I'm at work. See you.